It's good that I checked. See? I haven't checked my audio. Now it's working. So, good morning again. And I hope you are having a good time. And I was talking about really getting started, and I messed up with Tuesday and Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. So, it's about really focusing on what we can do. And this is what I was starting off today and without audio again. So I have to be more careful about that. So sorry for that. Um, it's a interesting time we are in. Interesting in the words of unusual. And I'm not spending many words around that, but I really admire the people who are supporting, helping, and I'm in thought of those who need help and support. And I really am happy to see so many people helping out, sending things towards those in need and helping those in need there. So it's really about not about neglecting what's going on. When I talk about being influenced from circumstance, right? But it's more about seeing what the circumstances are and then making that one thought step further. What can I do to change it, or what do I want to do to shift it? And what I can do best is really to build a space where people can come together and work on what they, what helps them to go through these times. And it's not about not thinking about all these things, but it's about thinking in a different way. I think having a personal routine in the morning can help in so many ways, and we can adapt our personal routine, especially when things like that happen. Because here in Europe, I'm talking about Europe, being grateful for all the people that are supportive, for all the people that are able to leave the war area. I'm grateful for the support we are getting from all over the world. That's just amazing. And this is something that makes our hearts lighter, and by shifting that focus to the good that's happening despite the circumstance, what happens from a thought process perspective, how our minds, brains work, is that when we feel not at ease, but when we feel like we can do something or something good is happening, then we lower the stress, we lower the anxiety, the fear, and suddenly we have the energy, and also we are capable of putting some thoughts and effort into, okay, something good's happening. Can I do something? Can I help with something around that? And what I'm good at is really coaching and consulting people in how to think differently and how to stay in charge of their emotional space, because the emotional space is creating the fear. Fear is an emotion, right? And fear gets often triggered by the way we think, by the way we see things, by the way we look at what's happening around us. So when we are capable of shifting these things, we are in control of how we feel. And it is a direct connection. But although it sounds pretty easy and simple, sometimes it's challenging to do because it's not a habit of ours to focus on positive things, to think about positive things even in times of war. So not everyone has this habit, and despite what's going on, we have to make sure that we can practice this, we can do this, that we have a space where we can start feeling that shift, and it gives us a small space within us where we feel we can relax a bit. It's about relaxing on an emotional level, because thinking and like seeing what's happening and thinking about the negative things is very draining. And we can counter that with seeing and looking at the positive side of that situation. Every situation has the positive and the negative. It's our decision on what we focus. And in order to make us feel, or let's put it like that, in order to stay in charge of our feelings, we can start focusing on the good, although we do not neglect the negative, because we have to know what's going on, but we do not dwell upon that, right? So it's really focusing, something good's happening, what can I do, how can I help, and then going with that and then feeling good about that. And this gives us the motivation, the power, and really the energy to move on. Feeling bad about the bad things doesn't help you, doesn't help me, doesn't help anyone around us. It's not about neglecting, not at all. This is very important to me, because not always are there situations where you can separate this in that easy way, but it's one thing that we can practice in order to have that balance, because being influenced by negativity so much is draining, and it takes away like the momentum or the want to help, or the energy that we can put into, because we stop at that negative information and we don't go further, like, oh, this is negative, instead of, oh yeah, okay, I get it, that's not good, okay, what can I do? Can I do anything? So I'd like to share today a little bit about how to do gratitude in times of these, because I was thinking yesterday how to spend like these days the time, and I will not go further and do my exercises and not be like mute myself as I did up until today. Today I'd like to really explain a little bit more about affirmations and gratitude. I will do my exercises later, but what I want to talk about is really about the current situation here in Europe, and why is it important to take care of yourself It, regardless of where you are in the world, in what situation, if you don't have the possibility to do gratitude like writing down, you can do gratitude by just closing your eyes and feeling the gratitude, being grateful for the good things that are happening in any kind of situation. We can be grateful for anything. We can be grateful for clean water. We can be grateful for the air, for the sunshine. We can be grateful for the food. We can be grateful for the shelter. We can be grateful for the support we have, the people thinking about us, the people helping us. We can be grateful for seeing how the world is like stepping together and helping each other out. We can be grateful for seeing solidarity really rising in the whole world. We can be grateful for a lot of things. We can be grateful for that we have a huge power to change things, like all the beautiful people out there who are helping, supporting, and doing whatever they can. So there are so many things we can be grateful for right now, regardless of what's happening on the negative side. So it's always something that we can be grateful for. But as soon as I said all these things to be grateful for, just saying them will not have an effect. Even just writing them will not have an effect. When we do gratitude, we have to feel it. Like, take a moment, let's say, being grateful for food, right? Let's say you write down, I'm grateful for all the good food that I have have received, or I ate, or have access to. You can then really think about the food and really like feel it, like, thank you that I have the food to eat. It's something that you start feeling. It's like at least for me, it's a warm feeling that comes up. And that warm feeling that comes up is from the gratitude. You, like, in your chest, a warm feeling expands. Just take a time. It doesn't need to be long, like 5 seconds, just thinking about it, feeling grateful for that one thing, and then going to the next thing. Even if you're grateful for just 1, 2, 3 things, but if you feel that warmth within you, that's more powerful than just parroting gratitude like 40 things. I do gratitude with 20 things, and I do it the way I said, feeling the gratitude, thinking about it for a couple of seconds, and then moving to the next thing. This is what shifts my emotional state, and this is what helps me to stay in charge of my emotions, because you've perhaps experienced in the past that when you feel good, you are in charge of you. You can think clearly. You're snappy. You can shift. You are adaptable. You can do a lot of things, and you have a lot of energy. When you are when you feel fear, when you're anxious, when you are scared, you are reacting on what's happening around you. And more often than not, things like small things, start to bother you. Like you bump into something, you hurt your big toe, or things fall out of your hands, or some little things start to bother you that happen, and you start to react on those things. You are in a reactive state. And this is really what fear, like being scared, anxiety, has has an effect. This is the effect of being scared, having fear, and being anxious. So staying in a good vibration, feeling good, right? You feel good. You can feel good at any point in time, because the feelings we feel, they are our feelings. They're not other people's feelings. They're our feelings, and we have the control because they are our feelings. Like, picture this: if you have a car or a bicycle or whatever, a apartment, you have the control of your car, right? You have the key, you close it, you do what you want to do with your car. It's not somebody else. Like your feelings or your home, right? If we allow circumstances or what is happening around us influence how we feel, it's like having no door at your home and people walking in and out all day. People you don't know. That's the same. So we have to have a door, close it, and shut it down. And how do we do that? By blocking the negative influences. How do we do that? We do not think about them. What does not thinking about them mean? We don't dwell upon the negative things. What does dwelling upon negative things mean? It means thinking about, what's going to happen? I hope this is not happening. Talking about it, for example. You stop talking about it. You stop thinking about what ifs. You stop worrying about, this poor this poor that, poor this, poor that. It's even thinking about the people who struggle right now and who have really a hard time. It does not help us nor others thinking about them in this way. I'm not telling we shouldn't think, but in this way we can think about, these people need help. What can I do? What can I do to help them? And in an instant, you go from, these poor people, I hope they're doing well, which is a very heavy feeling, to a solution-oriented thinking, which gives you more energy and momentum. It's more positive, although it's still about that same situation, but it's a different perspective, which is much more positive. And this gives us the momentum and a better feeling to do something, to act. Because as soon as we dwell upon the negative, we block the possibility to come up with ideas, or to move, or to act in a way that is supportive for us and for others. Because the better we feel, or the better we feel in a better shape that we are, the more we can do for others, right? So gratitude helps with finding those positive things. And affirmations are what I use affirmations for. Affirmations for me are triggers to envision, to see myself in certain circumstances, right? With affirmations, we can even see ourselves, you know, in resolution of what's happening right now. And the thing is that there is a power which is which we are connected with. There's power coming to and going through us, and this power is making or giving us the ability to think and to grasp, to get ideas that we haven't had before, right? They come out of ether, and this power, when coming to us, we can then use to create ideas and to really move and create them in our reality. So whatever energy comes to us, we goes through us and we do act upon. Now we can think in a certain way, and imagine this: if you have an idea of doing something that only you had, and the more you were thinking about that, the more ideas you got how and what to do about it, right? And then you took the first step, and then you took the second step. And I love a story that I watched yesterday on the news. A guy had an idea because he had a store, and he had an idea of getting you know, things needed for people together and sending it to them. And he got that idea, and then he had the idea, okay, I will do a Facebook post. He did one Facebook post, and within the next 9 hours he filled up 2 or 3 trucks of useful things for people in need with one Facebook post. So he got an idea. He said, I want to help them. I really want. What can I do? Okay, I will do a Facebook post, and then people will see that. They will come to me and bring me stuff, and I will organize everything else. So the energy comes, and when we have one idea, we take it to the next step, next level, which is we behave accordingly. So affirmations for me are building that idea, building not only the idea but the picture. How does it look like? Where I'm in the frame, I see it like if I would experience it right now. And the affirmations help to support the gratitude journaling, because it goes hand in hand. With gratitude, we shift our perception in order to take control of our emotional space. With the affirmations, we use our thinking processes to envision something we really want, and then we connect. We get connected emotionally to that, which has an even deeper effect. And the more we do it, the more our behavior goes into that direction. And the more our behavior goes into that direction, the closer we get to what we think about and feel good about, right? So this is really the process that I'm going through, and which makes things really impactful for you as a person. And imagine if you can behave like on a very, very high performing level. Like high performing level, what does that mean? It means different things for different people, but stepping out, doing the things you think you want to do, you have the ideas and you haven't done yet. Going out without fear, saying things without fear and anxiety, stepping out with the belief that yeah, this is what I want, with the faith that you are going to change something. That guy with the Facebook post, he wanted it. He did not dwell on it. Oh, what's going to happen? Oh, what can I do? Oh, these poor people. He said, no, I want to do something. He made one more step, which is admirable, and we can see it all across the world. People doing so. Um, so really think about how important would that be, and how much power it will give you to change something, not only for you, but when you change and do more, you help others to have more as well. So it's, although it's a little bit self-centered, but the better you become, the more you can give. A empty glass, if you're a glass and you're half empty or even more, even emptier, you cannot be of help to somebody who's thirsty. Your glass needs to be full first. And we have to take care of ourselves in a way that we can then give to others more. So this is really what I'm doing here every morning, building that personal foundation, filling up that glass. And I invite you to find your own way, what building your personal foundation is, and what moves you, what makes you tick, what makes you tick, what makes you build that momentum, feel good, feel the power, feel the drive. This is a something very special and easy to do. It doesn't need to take a lot of time, and it takes just 10, 20, 30 minutes once a day, and that's not much effort to put into to have a lasting effect over time. It builds up, and it's really really good. So I invite you to join me to figure it out. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Reach out to me. I'm happy to help, and I hope you are safe, you're doing good, and talk to you tomorrow morning, and we're going to do our work together tomorrow again. So again, be safe, have a good day, and see you